is my 2007 Chevy Kodiak, four-wheel drive with a Duramax motor. I'm just going to do a walk-around video and show a few of the features other than stock. I added these super single wheels. The rims are from DBL Designs. They are bead locks, and you can air down big time. These are continental. They're about 42 inch tall. And when I want to rotate, I just take this, you flip it around, and you put it on the back, and it's got the same offset, so you don't need dualies anymore. It's got the same weight carrying capacity as a dually. So recently I put in Deaver leaf springs in the front, new U-bolts. I put king shocks all the way around. The big battery box over here, there's double batteries. It slides out like a drawer if you undo the bolts. I added the positive and negative battery terminal connections. The truck has nice power mirrors. You can see when you're backing up to a curb. Right here I put an axe. I used to have a camper on here, so I welded in these rings so it's camper ready. I had that welded up so the camper sits on that, because the cab height of this is much bigger than a regular pickup truck, so you got to add 8 inches to that. But if you put a camper on here, it's amazing because you got so much underbody storage when we traveled to Mexico. So here's the back wheel flipped around so you can see the offset. I got airbags under there. The airbag nipples right over here if you want to refill or let some out. And again, they're the king shocks. And it's kind of cool because the brake disc sits right there, because before the dually used to be here. And then here are the rings for the back of the camper. It's got a double hitch. This is a 2.5 inch receiver, and that's a 2 inch, but here's just got an adapter. I put LED lights all around. It's got a nice headache rack. Here's the other nipple to do the airbags. And then here I just mounted a shovel, and right here is to turn on the compressor, and underneath I got a tank with a gauge, and so I got the air seats directly plumbed into the air, so you can adjust the air seats, and you can also hook up air hose and pump up your tires. And then also what I did here, that's just a freshwater transfer pump. So if you up at a river or whatever and you have the camper on the back, you can suck water out of a river and pump it into the camper. Or what I've done in the past in Mexico when we went into the salt water with our boat, I just had a water tank on the back of the truck and I flushed the motor out with fresh water. So here's the little water pump. It's kind of noisy when there's not water running in it. Right here is the engine heater where you can plug in an extension cord if you're in extreme cold. I've never used it even though I've been in the freezing cold. So going inside, it's just like kind of like a normal pickup truck but much bigger. So here's the display. You can hook up all sorts of things to it. It's got an engine brake. Here's your 4-wheel drive, 2-wheel drive. Got a nice center console. I got all the warranty work from when they put a brand new engine in. There's a bunch of USB plug hookups all over the place. It's got a trailer brakes right here, and it's pretty good condition. It's got a back seat, power everything, power mirrors, power door locks. AC works amazing, which was replaced in the last 5,000 miles. Engine brakes amazing. You hardly ever have to use your brakes coming down a hill. Under each floor, when you open the door, there's a bunch of storage, so I keep all the filters here. This one has a fire extinguisher, and that's a diesel filter, and there's a water separator. I replace that every 5,000 miles. I've really gone overboard with the maintenance. I always change the oil filter, change the fuel filter and the water separator, do the tranny service way before schedule, and then I'll show you under the hood. We called it the Beast. All LED headlights, LED turn signals. So everything's pretty easy to get to. There's an air filter which I change out pretty often. Here's a steering fluid, and engine's pretty clean. Just a lot of pine needles because we live up here in the mountains. I'm not sure what you call this, but I did replace this. This part right here that it connects to the pitman arm. And then also there's a center bar that connects the two wheels together. These two were replaced. Also over here I had them install a Redhead steering box, which is amazing. It takes up a lot of the steering slack and makes the truck drive nice and straight. Right here under the hood is where the fuel filter used to be, and this is a fuel filter delete since I put in a lift pump and a fuel filter and water separator. So I also had them install a lift pump, which is a separate pump, aftermarket pump from the truck's diesel pump. We eliminated that one and added an aftermarket one. It runs much better. And also attached to that is the fuel separator and the fuel filter, which is very important with diesels to save your injectors. So here's right where the filters are. Here's a water separator and the diesel filter. On the other side of the truck is the second air compressor, and they both feed into the same air tank. So this is the button for the air ride seat. You can go down, or you could go up, and makes it stiffer depending on your body weight. So you can see how the seat bounces up and down when you go over bumps. It's way more comfortable. And then I can raise them up. See how the seat's going up? See the compressor just kicked on? Or I can lower it, and I'm going up again. Kind of cool.